March 18, 2025. I slept pretty well. I got up and did a little bit of my normal morning routine. Not super long before I headed out to meet up with Adam at noon. We packed up the stuff and headed into the office. Met up with, I'm shaking my camera there, sorry. Went into the office to meet with Robert and Dexter. Just go over some various things, get a little bit caught up on the duties of the day. Got cracking on my graphic stuff, kind of go through that with Adam. We went back to his place and did some more work on it there, a little more planning, that kind of thing. Did that for the afternoon, and then I brought myself back to Elisa's for the night. Mostly kind of did some, basic planning and stuff, had to do some emailing. And then got a phone call from John. It was nice to catch up with him. A little bit of reminiscing about life in the past, video games and stuff. Looks like we might get to hang out at some point over the next few days until I leave, basically. Maybe if he's got enough space in his schedule. Yeah, so that was cool, and got a second response from a gal on the mutual dating app, so that's a little unusual and very positive. And so it leads to my thought of the day, I guess my deep thought of the day. DTOD, DTOD. And that would be that positivity is a very attractive thing. And first, I guess I should preface this because the thought definitely originated in the response of this attractive woman. She just responded in a very positive way. I can't say, specifically that as if I have a good sense that this is going anywhere. I don't really have that at all. But just her vibe is very positive. And I think my preface is that commonly in the experience of men and maybe the reflected experience of women, that simple positivity is not an invitation, in so much that women, I think, at least in daily living, will often want to present positively. And some of that might be their natural inclination to be more agreeable than it is typical for men. And often they kind of can become jaded, I guess, when a man takes positivity as a hint for attraction. So positivity in this sense, maybe I'm experiencing exactly that. Maybe she's given me a hint that I shouldn't be taking, or rather, I'm taking it as a hint of attraction when she's just being positive. So all of that preface aside, because maybe that is happening, and I'll give it that as a possibility. However, that doesn't detract from my considered thoughts about the concept of positivity as an attractive quality. And I think of it as attractive for a few reasons, at least a few that I have outlined in my blog that kind of stood out to me. Um, One would be, well, maybe it's better for me to look at it real quick. Um, when con- when you think of positivity, um, and I didn't, sorry, I might have to apologize. I did not expect to actually go to my blog here. Um, I kind of assumed it would be very present in my head. Oh, yeah, there we go. Um, One thing that makes positivity attractive is that it can show resilience. What do I mean by that? I think positive it's a it can show resilience because in situations where it might not naturally be exhibited, it shows that a person is able to rebound and kind of um, return, maybe not return to what was a sort of a standard level, um, although and that's what resilience might more technically be, but because positivity, if it is expressed in sort of a what might be a sort of an atypical or mm, not a negative place, but like an area such as online dating where it can be taken the wrong way, it still shows that this whoever is exhibiting the positivity can still find their own optimism and kind of um, their own personal way through what no doubt has been negative to them in the past. And that resilience in itself is attractive. Positivity can also show intention. I think because of the situations that people typically find themselves in that might be negative, such as online dating. I'm just using that as an example since that's kind of where this came from. It, the intention it can show is that they um, they want they express maybe their desire through the vehicle of positivity, and the desire itself. Maybe I'm getting a little lost on this. Um, Intention is, uh, I think, valuable because it's a type of honesty in a way. I didn't go over this in the blog, but it's just what I'm really realizing at the moment. Intention is a type of clarity and somebody who wants to express clear intention that lacks ambiguity. Definitely, there's a level of bravery there, kind of a courageous attitude, which is a positive, or it is attractive. Maybe the third thing that might be maybe the most appealing thing to me about positivity is that it can show a person's strength of will um, and their self control. As somebody who has maybe in a similar way to most people on this earth, lacked some of the self discipline I would prefer to have, the capability to control myself in every situation, every setting, in every way. Having that self control in itself is extremely attractive. It's something like almost heroic to me, something that I want to emulate and incorporate into my own life. And when I see positivity, especially as it defies a given situation, I see that as extreme self-control and personal strength of will. Because negativity is the easiest, it's the low-hanging fruit. It's just the easiest way. It's the factory setting, really. It's the easiest way to behave, the easiest, most, it's boring, and it's just, it's base. It's like, there's not a lot, I don't know, it's just I think of it as the way to go to behave without any exerted effort at all, without any intention. And somebody who has self-control and strength of will to determine their positive behavior, their positive action, that's just incredible. I think I'm giving it these kind of hyperbolic words like incredible because it's truly incredible. And certainly, I mean, we all know people that may seem effortlessly positive, and maybe it is to them at this point, but that takes practice and dedication and determination to become that way. I don't think there are very many people who are inherently positive in all things. I think positivity is a choice. So it is an attractive choice. It is an attractive quality. So that leads me to my call to action. What can you do? What can a person do to become more positive, to make that change, to express positivity just a little bit more in their actions, in their interactions with people? What can you do? I know that it is a thing that takes practice. Positivity is not a given. It's not automatic. But I know it can be done. I've been one of the lucky ones who in my life have had great examples of positivity. And those great examples have helped me find a good dose of that in my life. A good dose being a good skill, the capability to do that. I'm obviously not positive 100% in everything, but I do have a lot of optimism sprung from positivity, and I carry a lot of positivity with me. I freely give it when I can. And I'm not saying that as a brag. I'm just saying it did take decisive effort to culture and build that in myself. And I know that if you make the decision to do it, that you can actually do it. And it takes time. It's line upon line. It takes practice. Practice a little bit of failure, learning, and more practice. So there you have it. Good luck with that. And until next time, have a good night. A good night.